Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to the TakeOver Racing League for Season 3, Round number 5 of the Championship, the Dutch Grand Prix. The first time, I believe the first time the TRL has come to Zandvoort on F1 2021. Really looking forward to this one. This should be a very, very exciting race. It has all of the elements in it to set up for a TRL Classic. I'm really looking forward to this one. I hope you guys are too. Make sure to stick around for what should be a very, very exciting qualifying session as we get our first few cars out on the track already to get things underway. First out is the Ferrari of FG Atom 77. And following him out is one of the Mercedes cars. That is Waiardi, who of course took victory very recently at the Portuguese Grand Prix, the last race that was streamed on the Zach RC channel. Both these two now out of the pits, and out comes Steph Lish now in the Red Bull, getting ready for his first time run. So 5 cars now out on the track. Tinky in the Haas making his way out, as is Pope, who is recently coming off a stellar performance in the Drivers Racing League, which is also streamed on this channel earlier in the week, so you can go check that one out. Of course, things didn't go too well for him. He was dominant throughout the mid stage of the race, spun out with a few laps to go and wound up just outside of the points, but still a decent season for him in which he won the Drivers' Championship. If you want to join the Drivers Racing League for Season 12, then you can contact JB Racer 1 on Xbox. So with the promotion for another league out of the way, we can get back to the qualifying. Now we've got our first drive on the first time run is Atom. I'm going to run on board with him through turn 1. We'll get very close to the curve through turn 1. For turn 2, got a brake around the 50-yard board. Not too much for turn 2. Sorry, in turn 3, and then through turn 4, there's nice bank to left-hander. Through turn 5 now, and into turn 6, a bit tighter. You want to get right on the curbs there. Now towards turn number 8, want to be careful not to lift too much here. We're going to lose a lot of time, and in qualifying, that's incredibly important. Further through sector 2 he comes now. Great control of the car, keeping it very wide, close to the inside of the track as well. About to deploy the DRS as he makes his way down the straight. Got a car in front of him here, that's one of the Alpines. He's going to have to get out of the way. And that's Punitive Shoe. Of course, regular so far this season. The green flag back out. Got on the curb there. Don't want to get too much into that curb, as well as you might spin out. Through the very nice bank turn, the last corner, open up the DRS and back towards the finish line. What is the time? The time is a 1 minute 11.6. A decent time for the race to try and beat, as Bar 98 retires already from the session. Steph Lish is making his way to the last corner here and back towards the line. Can he improve on Atom's time? He cannot. It's a 1 minute 12.2, so a good 6/10 off. So not the best of starts on that front. Theron Exo has set the fastest time now, 1 minute 10.9, quite a few times improving on Atoms. Pope, Tinky, Theron, and now the Lone Retreat, one of the reserves tonight, has improved on that time, a 1 minute 10.9, so still very close, only 200ths in front. So we've got 4 reserves tonight. Well, initially there were 4 reserves. Both Ferrari drivers are reserves. Both the Lone Retreat and FG Atom are reserves for tonight's race. Among them as well is Mokus in the Alfa Romeo. He's making his way in, having damaged his front wing on that first run, and Elusive Ice in the Mercedes is making his way through sector 3 to begin his first time run. Staying to the outside for the bank corner he comes. And over the line to start his first lap. Is Lone Retreat going to make his way in? Yes, he is. Into the pits. One of the Haas cars just started a time lap. That's Hello 6. So while qualifying is going here, we're just going to update you with the Drivers' Championship here since the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix last week, which unfortunately wasn't covered here, but you can find it on the TakeOver Racing League YouTube channel. So as of now, Smoke and Cheese still does lead the Drivers' Championship on 55 points over Pope, who is just 5 points behind him. JTO40, Season 1 champion, back there in 3rd place on 40 points. Theron Exo is just 3 points behind him. TTM Wiley, having now secured a permanent seat with Mercedes by the looks of things, no longer considered a reserve. He has 31 points to his name. Of course, took that victory a couple of weeks ago in Portimao. On the official standings, he is classified as a Mercedes driver. So all is looking good on that front. In he comes now, into the pits. So as of now, 14 drivers have all set time runs. Here comes Stephalicious on the going on to another right lap. Of course, Dutch driver tonight going for the going for a home victory if he can. Elusive Ice has gone up on lone retreats time, a whole 2/10 in front, so I've missed that. Just over 11 minutes to go in the session. We have our 20th driver back in the session. Optimus Prime in the Alfa Romeo is making his way out for his first time run. Taking it nice and slow through the last couple of corners. I'm assuming he's going to pit this time. Yep, in he comes. One of the Haas cars making their way around. That is Tinky Winky 77 making his way around for his second time run. His first lap was a 1 minute 11.4. Can he improve on that? Here comes one of the Red Bulls. That is Stephalicious beginning on the time run. I'm going to watch him round as FG Atom goes back to the top, sets the fastest time of 1 minute 10.7 for Ferrari. So that puts both the Ferraris in the top 3 now. Great stuff. Stephalicious through sector 1 he comes. Running those medium tyres, of course. We have seen so far the medium tyres to be crucial in the way of qualifying this season. Just opens things up on strategy. Of course, think back to the first race of the season in Belgium, in which Touch Me Pope, who of course runs second in the championship, he started on medium tyres and took advantage of the safety car and managed to take the victory that day. Oh, and around goes Stephalicious, and he's lost his front wing. Oh, that's unfortunate. He was on such a good run, and he's around just like that. He's got to wait for everyone else to go back through before he can get going again. He's got to wait for Optimus to go through. There he goes. Steph gets himself turned around. But very unfortunate there on a run that looks so good. So he remains in 13th place for the time being. Very unfortunate. So have a look now at the gaps between F1. Retreating on a lap here. Here he comes, making his way through the last couple of corners. Does he have enough to upset his teammate and take the pole time? He's just dropped down to 4th. Alex has taken 3rd place away. Here he comes to the line. Is it enough? It is. 1 minute 10.5. What a lap there. Put himself almost 2/10 in front. 19 hundredths is the advantage. And we could be set here for a very dominant weekend as Smoke and Cheese goes up front. He sets the fast time, 1 minute 10.3. That's 2/10 in front of Lone Retreat. Great stuff. You do love to see it. These guys so competitive in the race. Pole position. Here comes Theron towards the line. Can't improve. Well, he does improve, but it's not enough to move up too many places. Tinky Winky goes up to 8th place. Well, his Haas teammate Hello 6 starts on another lap. Here comes one of the Aston Martins towards the line. That's JTO40. Excuse me, that was C110P fan who's just starting on his next time run. He's a whole second behind the pole time as of now. He's got work to do. Of course, look at the standings. He currently runs in 8th place in the championship. Definitely so far not reaching the heights of Season 2 in which he was up there running for the championship and very nearly won the title. Of course, he finished tied on points with our current pole sitter Smoke and Cheese, who won the championship on virtue of more wins. One of the Sage made his way over the line. That was Elusive Ice. I'm just keeping an eye on those guys who are all crossing the line, and we're waiting to see if anyone can beat Smoke and Cheese's time. Here comes one of the Aston Martins. I believe that was Fan. I'm not sure if he was able to. Well, no, here comes Fan here. Sorry for the last corner. JTO40 put himself third on the board. Can Fan go any higher towards the line? No, he can't. He's way off. Lone Retreat still in second place there. Paris 232 set a faster time. He's just under half second in front. Sorry, behind the pole time. As he allows Steffels through. Steffels now dropped back to 15th. One of the cars off the track. That's one of the Alpines. I believe that's Tapping that. He's gone off the track and he's lost his front wing as well. He found himself almost well away into the gravel. He's got himself going again, but he has to have to go back to the pits for a new front wing and have another go at that time. Just 5 minutes left now in qualifying. It's still Smoke and Cheese 86 with the advantage. He's also making his way into the pits. Oh, I think he may have spun again there. But no, he's just slowing, let everyone else through. Can't go too quick for the last corner due to that broken front wing. Here he comes down into the pits. Fan has now gone faster. He's up into second place there. A 1 minute 10.5. Guys, take a look at everyone's respective times. There we go. So far, 18 drivers have set times. The only driver still running who hasn't set a time is Optimus Prime in the Alfa Romeo. He's making his way around for what will be his first lap. He's got a nice clear track in front of him. One of the Alpha Tauris is just rejoining. That's Dr. Guy and I. Makes his way through, no issue whatsoever. He went a bit too deep, potentially overshot the corner there. But he's gone away with it, so he keeps on going. Here he comes now, be careful not to lift too much through this right-hander. Took it nice and easy. On the brakes a touch. Back on the accelerator, be careful not to get too much on the curbs there. Further through sector 2 he comes. Riding on board here, makes his way down the DRS straight. So there's all the potential to be a good lap. Maybe over the curve a bit too much there. Running a good line. Nice and careful here. Make sure not to spin out. And through the bank corner he comes now. We're seeing the full lap. Now, is it good enough for pole? I'll be honest, I don't think it is, but it'll be enough to put him slightly further up the grid. It puts him up to 13th. So not too bad at all for a first run. 3.5 minutes left now. Elusive Ice has gone second. Pope's making his way around. He's improved on his sector 2 time, so we have to be careful here. Cheese's pole position maybe under threat here. Through the bank turn he comes, the last right-hander, and towards the line. Is it enough to take pole away from Smoke and Cheese? It's not, but it puts him up to 3rd place on those mediums, which is very good for him. You'll have to start on those medium tyres, which will have done 2 laps. Potentially 3, maybe 4 by the time you get going. Some of the Ferraris and one of the Mercedes making its way around. That's TTO Marty, who currently runs in 19th place. That's the lowest he can effectively start, because bar 98 will be unable to set a time. He was retired from the session early on. Let's see what he can do from the back of the grid. Both the top 2 currently in the pits. Malone retreats had an invalidated time. JTO 40 and C110P fan both making their way out onto the racetrack. Could the Aston Martins have one last attack, one last attempt at pole position? There was a spin there involving one of the Red Bulls. So never mind, it's just their one slowing down to let people through. Be careful not to stop on track. There we go, the gun stuff going again, very nice. But yeah, will the Aston Martins have one last attempt at the pole time? Pope's out the session here. So the highest he can start is 3rd. He's spun out there. So very unfortunate for him. So less than a minute now on the session. Cheese in the pits. Fan warming up now, getting ready for his lap. JTO 40 slowing down. He's got 40 seconds to make it to the line. It's no question as to what the fan will. He's got a fresh set of soft tyres. Nothing but clear air in front of him. Here we go. His last chance at taking pole position. JT's got work to do here. He's got to make it back round. His tyres are all warmed up. Decent pace. Former champion making his assault on the pole position time. A 1 minute 10.3 is the time to beat. Here he goes over the line. Oh, the Atom just went 3rd there. Or a loose device. Keeping an eye though on C110P fan. He'll be very careful not to get his lap invalidated here on this last run. The checker flag has dropped here. Qualifying has unofficially come to an end, but it's not over yet because the last drivers on their laps. Let's see what they can do. What will Fan's time be as he makes his way through Sector 2? He's up by 900ths. Not enough for this point. He still needs just over a 10th or so in order to take pole position. It's all going to come down to this last corner here through Sector 3. Comes for the last time to the right side of the track. Is it going to be enough to take pole position away at the last moment? It's not, but it's P2 on the grid. And I think that might just mean his ice has come to a standstill in the last corner. I think he may have spun out on the curb. And I think that might be safe. That may mean that Smoke and Cheese takes pole position for the Dutch Grand Prix. Unless Atom do something about it, he's heading into the pits. Oh, there's mass chaos in the last corners. Alex is out. Ice making his way in. Well, Artie's involved. We'll be able to see Dr. Guy as he makes his way through. But it does look like Cheese takes pole position for this one. Unless what's Smash doing about it? He goes P14. There goes Steph. Definitely not a pole time. Through the last corner. And that should be the last one. I think that does all but confirm that Cheese takes pole position. Not quite sure what happened with the Mercs in the last corner. But it does mean that Cheese is essentially on pole position. Don't think anyone can do anything about it. Everyone has, of course, completed their time. We're just waiting for Tinky to make his way into the pits, and that should finish it. So about the skin of his teeth, we'll look at the gap here. 0.02 of a second is the gap between first and second. The top 5 all separated by about 1/10. And all that can be said is that those Dutch drivers have a bit of work to do here. The highest Dutch starter being JTO40. So with that, we thank you for watching qualifying, and we'll be back in just a few minutes for the race. So don't go anywhere, because this has all the makings of a TRL Classic. We'll be back in around 5 minutes when the race ready's up, and we shall see you then. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TakeOver Racing League. You're just in time. If you just joined us, you're in time for the start of the Dutch Grand Prix, round number 5 of Season 3. It has all the makings of a TakeOver Racing League Classic. So I'm glad you're here to watch it with me here on the Zach RC channel. If you're new around here, then do make sure to subscribe for more TakeOver Racing League content like this. And of course, go over to the TakeOver Racing League channel and subscribe there for race highlights, the ones you don't get to see on here. So in just a moment or so, we'll be readying up and getting this one underway. Of course, all eyes on the championship battle between Smoke and Cheese and Touch Me Pope. Only 5 points separating those two as of now. A win for Touch Me Pope would give him the lead in the Drivers' Championship. A victory for Smoke and Cheese will allow him to extend that lead. So of course we'll have to see what goes down a bit. It's Cheese on pole position today, so we'll have to see what he can do. Starting from the top spot, we've got a couple of Dutch drivers in the field today, so we'll be looking forward to seeing how they get on. So we're just moments away from the start of the formation lap, so don't go anywhere because it has all the makings to be a classic race here in the TakeOver Racing League. There they go then, all 20 drivers on the grid getting ready for the start of the race. The formation lap now underway. So with that in mind, let's give you the starting lineup for this one. It's Smoke and Cheese on pole position, followed by C110P Fan second, Paris T32 third place for Williams, fourth is Touch Me Hope in the McLaren, who's also battling for the championship lead. A victory for him will give him the lead by a minimum of 2 points. The Lone Retreat, one of the reserves tonight, he starts in 5th place for Ferrari. It's JTO40, Season 1 champion, in 6th place. 7th, it's Elusive Vice in the Mercedes. 8th, Tinky Winky in the Haas. FGE Atom, another one of the reserves tonight. Ferrari have an all-reserve lineup for tonight's race. It starts in 9th place, and it's FGE Alex in 10th for McLaren, running out of the top 10. Theron Exo is in 11th place. He's had a decent start to the season. He'll be looking to improve on that. Then it's Dr. Garner in top place for AlphaTauri. TTM Wildy, who famously took victory at Portimao just a few weeks ago, in 13th for Mercedes. Optimus Prime, 14th for Alfa Romeo, the other Alpine of tapping that 18. In 15th place, and it's Steph Felicius, one of the home heroes, in 16th place. Then 17th Hello 6, 18th Punitive Shoe, 19th Mugchus, and Bar98, who's been disqualified from the formation lap for missing one of the braking points pretty badly, as he claims in the Discord server, starts in 20th place. So it's 36 laps then. What should be a very exciting race for you guys tonight. So make sure to stick around to miss. You're not going to want to miss a second or what's going to go down. Make our way to the last corner. Zandvoort, of course, a very exciting track. Of course, gave us a pretty exciting Dutch Grand Prix in real life last year with Max Verstappen taking victory. Orange Army in full force here today. There's no Verstappen to cheer on, but there are a couple of Dutch drivers in the mix. They'll be looking to try and take victory. So here they come now, lining up on the grid for the start of the race. Smoke and Cheese down there in 1st position. C110P Fan 2nd. Paris T32 could try and squeeze through the middle and try and take 3rd. So try and take a higher position than 3rd. But everyone now on the grid as we now wait for the last few seconds before the start of the race. So we go now to 5 red lights for the TakeOver Racing League Season 3. Round 5 is underway here from Zandvoort, and it's the good getaway from Smoke and Cheese. B gets scored up in the middle, and there goes C110P Fan on the inside, but Paris on the outside takes the lead through turn 1. One of the Ferraris going wide in the back. That's FG Atom, he falls back. Yellow flags already, and that Stephalis has gone around the first corner, gets himself turned around, gets himself going again, but it's Paris who's taking the lead, followed by Cheese, and the Lone Retreat is jumped up to 3rd. Pope now in 4th, C110P Fan battling him for that 4th spot. Keep an eye on these two going side by side into this right-hander. They have to be very careful here. One of them's got to give. Careful not to get on the curb too much as Touch Me Pope makes his way through. He takes 4th place. There's contact between Elusive Ice and C110P Fan there. The Mercedes trying to go around the outside. There goes Tinky Winky for 5th place on the inside. Took it 3 abreast into that left-hander, but Elusive Ice gets away and takes 5th place back. It's Paris with a commanding advantage of almost a second here at the front. Punitive Shoes also in the Williams also made a mistake. He's got around. But Paris with a huge advantage here. Smoke and Cheese is a mirror full of the Lone Retreat in the throw behind him. He's got a bit wide there into that penultimate corner, and through the bank turn we go for the first of 36 times today for those of the drivers who will make it to the finish line. Paris T32 leads him down a 1 second advantage already over the championship leader. But what a first lap. He managed to make his way through. We've got a yellow flag in the last corner. Peter Shoes lost his front wing. It's an incident involving Lart Mochus. Bar 98's in the pits. Stephalidis continues on battling for Wayardi for 16th place. Tapping that has got a 3-second time penalty. I'm assuming that's for multiple track limits warnings. I'll move back to what's going on up front here. Pope closing in on Lone Retreat, who's falling away now from Smoke and Cheese. Through the right hander they come, nice and careful through sector 2. Paris already almost a second and a half now in front. But that gap quickly eroding and increasing again. Of course, Paris earlier this week took victory in the last race of the Drivers Racing League Season 11 with a victory in a full 100% race into Lagos in an Alfa Romeo. Here we're looking to try and go 2 for 2 this week in Zach RC commentated events. Through the last corner he comes here. Commanding advantage, 1.5 seconds within 2 laps. Great start here. Back to turn 1 now. DRS has now been enabled as Pope sets the fastest lap, 1 minute 13.6. There is the sign from race control. DRS is enabled, so anyone within a second of the car in front of them will have the option to open the rear wing and use the drag reduction system. Paris won't have to worry about that. He's got commanding lead, as I say. Lone Retreat though could be an advantage, as could Touch Me Hope, could try and take 2nd or 3rd place. Here they come again. DRS opening up now for Lone Retreat. Pope's on his tail as well. Has to be very careful. Into the left hander they go. No one taking advantage yet. Lone Retreat's going to have to stay close to the back of the defending champion in order to make a good run into turn 1, but he's made a bit of a mistake there. Pope closing in, he's less than half a second behind. DRS open. Great toe here from Pope on the way down towards turn 1. Does he have a go at it? Not close enough. Too risky to go for a move down the inside early on in the race. Now isn't the time. Bliss of Ice runs in 5th place with a spin in turn 1. It's C110P fan in the Aston Martin who's fallen back. He's got the car turned around. There may have been contact, potentially with Tinky Winky in the Haas. I'm not entirely sure. Regardless, he's got himself going again, but he's back down to 15th place. He's got a lot of work to do now. He's also got a rear mirror full of TT and Wayardi. Run on board with the Mercedes driver here. Come back around here to watch this battle for 2nd place continuing. Lone Retreat made a bit of a mistake at the last corner, got very squirrely, almost lost the back end. Pope's trying to make his way around the outside, and he does go around the outside, but only for a moment. There goes Lone Retreat, who may kind of overshot the corner a little bit as JTO 40 battles Tinky Winky in the Haas to come very close to contact. But the Season 1 champion makes his way around the outside and takes 6th place. So that'll be 8 points towards his championship total for the season. Of course, he runs 3rd in the Drivers' Championship with both his rivals in front of him. I just confirmed that was correct. Yep, 3rd place in the championship. Of course, the battle continues between McLaren and Aston Martin, and potentially Alpine in the way of the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull not too far out as well. The safety car has been deployed. And Paris 232's huge advantage comes to an end here. Bar 98 has a driver's penalty for speeding under the safety car. He'll be able to serve that now. Yep, in he comes. Taking it nice and careful into the pit lane entrance. Dr. Garner is out of the race. But this brings down Paris 232's lead. Right, so situation then, the safety car has been deployed. We'll take a look at the position change here. So the biggest winner so far has been Mokus in the Aston Martin, who's gained 5 places. The biggest loser in this case has been C110P fan, who's lost 15 places from that spin. Almost everyone's making their way into the pits. Apart from Pope, who's staying out under the safety car. Of course, he's on the medium tyres, as is JTO40. Tinky also staying out. Theron, Optimash, tapping that. Hello 6. They're all staying out. Top 7 stayed out on the racetrack. Paris 232 back out on the track on a set of medium tyres. Elusive Ice went on to a set of hards. Everyone else pitted for mediums. So up front here as they head around behind the Aston Martin safety car. So a total of 11 drivers made stops. So let's see how strategy impacts those later on in the race. So I'll look at the order here, but of just the running order right now. So Touch Me Pope in the lead, JTO40 second place, Tinky Winky third, Theron Exo in fourth place, Ultimash Prime fifth, Tapman that in sixth, but he does have a penalty. Seventh is Hello 6 in the Haas. Paris 232, the highest running driver on track to have made a stop. Eighth place, Smoke and Cheese, championship leader, ninth. At this rate, he will lose the championship lead by a good margin. Lone Retreat in 10th, FG Atom in 11th, Alex in 12th, Elizabeth 13th. Stephanus is 14th, stayed out there. TTM Wardy 15th, C110P fan 16th. Look at this safety car will be beneficial for him as he tries to fight back. Mojis in 17th, Punitive Shoot 18th, Bar 98 19th, and Dr. Guy out of the race. So we're going around under the safety car until we get the message from race control we can get going again. So right now we are just waiting for everyone to make their way around on laps number 7 here. The back of the pack have almost to catch back up again, but I doubt we'll get going this lap. I reckon we'll have one more lap behind the safety car, then we'll get to racing again, but I'm not entirely sure. So and there we go, there is the message. Safety car in this lap. That was a very quick safety car. So for lap 8 we will be able to get going again. So the question arises then, what will Touch Me Hope do on this restart? Will he bunch everyone up and try and get away? He could have an opportunity to do that through that last bank turn. Or will he try and get away quickly? But he controls the pace. A couple guys have penalties now. Tinky Winky and Theron Exo getting penalties for collisions with each other. Pope not backing everyone up, he's trying to get away. Waiting for that green flag to drop. JTO40 with a good restart could take the lead, but Pope's gotten away as Theron Exo makes his way into the pits. We're back underway. JTO40 right on the back of Touch Me Pope here as they make their way through turn 1. Tinky's up to 3rd now. Smash Prime in 4th. Tapping that 5th. Paris now in 6th. Cheese is up to 7th. Great restart from those two. But it's Pope with the advantage. JTO40 2nd. Great getaway here. Is got an advantage of less than half a second, so when the DRS gets enabled, provided that JTO40 stays where he is, he could still easily take the lead. Yellow flag in sector 2, that's one of the McLarens. FG Alex is out of the race. Span out on the entrance to turn 8. So that brings us down to 18 runners now. I doubt that'll be enough for another safety car. So we keep on going then. Purple sector 2 there from Touch Me Pope. Great restart. Through the last corner. He's pull out a lead of 0.7 seconds. Now it's 8 tenths. Through turn 1 here to begin lap number 9. Paris now making it up into 5th place. The run continues. He's right behind Not Smash Prime here. I think he briefly considered the move around the outside. So FG Alex has left the session now, so the track is all clear. No plans for a safety car anyway. We're still riding on board with Paris. He's trying to find his way around the Alfa Romeo in front. Lewis Weiss is out of the session now as well. He's DNF'd in the pit lane. Brought the car into the pits in a safe manner to retire. So Ice now out of the race. That brings us down to 17 runners. At the rate we've been losing the last couple of laps, I do wonder about how many cars I have to talk about at the end of the race. We've lost 1 car in each lap we've gotten going again. So at this rate, if we would keep losing a car every lap, we'd make it to around lap 26 before this thing comes to an end. DRS has been enabled though, so we could start seeing a couple more instances. Paris on the inside of Optimus Prime gets the job done, makes it up into 4th. The charge continues for Paris T32 in the Williams. What a restart he's had. Yellow flag in sector 1 here. That's the other Haas. That's Hello 6. We've lost another car. Just like that, he's out of the race. His teammate's still going here. He's up in 3rd, but he's quickly being closed down by Paris. I have to keep an eye on what JTO40 does here. He's going to have DRS as he makes his way down this next straight. Yellow in sector 1, sector 2. We've lost punitive shoe as well. We're down to 15 cars, just like that. JT hasn't closed too much. So we are down to 15 runners. Shu has just pulled off to the side. The race is over and the safety car's out. So 2nd safety car of the race. This one quite chaotic here. We've lost 5 cars within 10 laps. Popa's just psyched out JT40 there. He's made his way into the pits. Incredible move there. I'm not sure that was intentional. I'm not sure if he changed his mind at the last minute. But hilarious stuff there from Touch Me Pope. I might have to ask him about what the choice was there. All this though does put Paris up into 2nd place, as Moses has a penalty now for speeding under the safety car. Paris in a prime position now. He's made his stop. He's on fresher medium tyres, so when we come to the restart, he could be in a seriously good position. These two did so well in the Drivers Racing League race earlier this week on Monday night. But still great stuff so far from everyone. Alright, so like I said, then 15 cars left in this race. Coming on to lap number 12 here. JTO40 eyes happening that, and Tinky Winky now all on fresh tyres, as is TT Amadi, as is Stephalicious, as is Theron Exo. So we're just waiting at this point now for the safety car to get in the pits so we can get underway again. Theron's making his way to the back of the line, so hopefully we'll be able to go in this lap. Another relatively short safety car. 2 safety cars within the first third of the race. So just waiting now for the confirmation. The safety car coming in with the lock, or we have to go around another lap. And there we go then, we've got the message, safety car in this lap. So about 2 safety cars within the first 12 laps. We'll be hoping that we have to set a new record for most safety cars in one Grand Prix, because that's where things are going as of now. So what will Pope do this time? Second safety car, second time he leads away. Paris is right there on those fresher medium tyres, but he's got Optimus Prime just behind him. What will Pope try this time? He didn't try backing everyone up last time. I think that's his strategy here. He's going to try and get away if he can. And Paris is right there behind him now for this restart. Pope didn't do a very good job there of backing everyone up. Paris could try for a dive into turn 1, not the right time. There goes Lone Retreat up the inside, and the Ferrari looking for 4th place from Sawyer and Cheese. He takes it. Paris want to stay right with Touch Me Pope if he can. Pope trying to pull away here. He's got a gap of half a second already. Optimus still holding on to 3rd place. Lone Retreat back there in 4th. But he's very close. Most has another 5-second time penalty. Have a look at the penalties here. Only 4 drivers with penalties at this point. So Pope got away very well on that restart. He leads by over half a second now. 6-7 tenths between the 2 leaders. Paris is closing in with a toe down this straight. Not enough to get anywhere near close to a pass. As we come to the end of lap number 13, the Ferraris have started fighting their way back down. They're both of them back up in the top 5. Which and that'll be good for the Ferrari team, who currently sits 6th in the Constructors' Championship, having scored just 27 points. So lap 14 begins now. The gap back within half a second between the top 2. Optimus falling away here. He may fall prey to Lone Retreat. He's looking around trying to make a move. I think he's going to try and look inside here. Came very close to getting within a car length of Optimus. He's pulled away. It's not over yet though. He has to be careful. He has to be wary of both Ferraris here through sector 2. When the DRS gets enabled, he could be a sitting duck on these upcoming straights. It's the yellow flag in sector 2. That's one of the Haas cars. That's Tinky Winky who spun it. That's tight for most to go back through again. Get some stuff going again. No plans for a safety car. Still keeping an eye on these battles in the top 5. Paris trying to close back in. He'll have to stay within a second here for when the DRS gets enabled again, as Tinky's around again. He's lost his front wing now. So they'll definitely have to pit for repairs. Hopefully we won't come across him. Or at least the leaders won't come across him, hopefully. Lone Retreat not far back enough for a dive. And there's been a crash, I believe, in the last corner. That's Bar 98 who spun it. And he's going to keep going again like normal. Motor's closing in. The focus shifts back to these guys up front. Paris still keeping pace with Pope. He's definitely getting closer and closer. And that DRS straight is just one corner away. Tinky Winky now out of the race. So we're down to 14 runners now. DRS enabled. Let's close that gap a bit. Here comes the 2 leaders once again. They've pulled out 2.7 seconds, around 3 seconds in front of 3rd place Optimus, who's Going to be a sitting duck for it down this next straight for the lone retreat to close in. Paris not close to make a move. The lone retreat is. Down the main straight they come. He's looking to the inside. He's underneath the Alfa Romeo, and that is third place. But only for the moment. It's not over yet. Oh, he forced him a little bit wide there. So now Optimus stuck in a Ferrari sandwich. He's gone outside. Atom looking in. Looking around, trying to find an opening. Not close enough yet, he has to be careful. He won't want to lift too much. Paris still chasing Pope here. Here he comes to the DRS. Does he have enough? Atom already very close to Prime. Sorry, to Optimash. Is to make their way down this next straight. Not enough for him to make a move. Half a second still separating the two leaders. As they make their way through the last two right-handers once again. There'll be 20 laps to go when they cross the line this time. Riding on board with them now. It's closing in. Still not enough. Atom not close enough. Smoke and Cheese still back there in 6th. He's got work to do. As of now, Touch Me Pope will take the championship lead by about 8 points or so. I'm not entirely sure. My maths isn't very good on the fly. Paris desperately trying to keep pace. Yellow flag in sector 1. And that's Lot Mogus in the Alfa Romeo spun around, resets the track there. He's got himself going again. DRS wants to get enabled. These two continue to pull away now. If we look at the gap between the leader and third place, it's 4.2 seconds. 3.5 between Paris and Lone Retreat, who's trying to get away from Optimash and his teammate Atom. The two Ferraris, as I say, doing very, very well so far. Into turn 1. Atom has enough on the inside. There he goes, up into 4th place. The two Ferraris on the charge. Still keeping an eye on Paris and Pope up front. Paris closing in now, the gap just 4 tenths. Here they come. He's got to have a very good exit of this next corner in order to stand a better chance. Here he comes, DRS open, 6 tenths to gap. I think the straight's too short for him to really have a good go up Pope down the charge, but if he can stay close going down the home straight, he may have a decent shot. He falls away each time through that penultimate right-hander. Closed in a bit. He's going to have the DRS enabled this time, but he won't be close enough, I don't think. Halfway through the race now, lap number 19 begins. How close he gets though. 2 or 3 tenths separate them through turn 1. Atom really close to Lone Retreat. We've got a yellow flag. It's most again the Alfa Romeo. The battle between the leaders continues to rage on. Atom looking around, trying to find an opening, trying to get past Lone Retreat. Cheese is closing on Optimus Prime. The gap less than half a second. He could have a good shot with the DRS. Paris will be hoping for a good shot here with his own DRS battling the leader. It opens. Here we go again. Once again, not close enough. It appears to be the same old story for Paris right now. Right there, for the last corner. The gap now 4 tenths, just under 5. DRS opens. Back to turn 1, still not enough. As Atom now takes third place away from the lone retreat. She's looking around the outside. Wildy trying to pass C110P fan around the outside. He's got his nose in there. He's on the outside though. There he goes on those soft tyres up into 7th place. And there goes JTO40 trying to go way around the outside of his teammate. He's going to have Thorold Exo for company to make their way down these next few turns. Still holds on to P10. P11, 1.3 seconds back. Paris here with a good exit this time, could have a good run. He's closer this time than he has been the rest of the time, so he's going to be right behind, right on the gearboxes of the McLaren as they make their way through the next couple of corners. If you can stay close, you'll have a better chance into turn 1. Pope just knows what he's doing to that last turn, but he hasn't gained anything. It's going to be the DRS Paris this time. Is it enough now? He sets the fastest lap, 1 minute 12.7. He's looking to the inside but moves back into line. Not quite close enough, too much of a risk to get late on the brakes. But Paris stays behind. Lone retreat though, back up into 3rd place, having passed FG Atom once again. Wildy's now battling Cheese, the driver's champion and the championship leader, who doesn't want to lose any more places. Yellow flag and takes 2. That's Moses again in the Alfa Romeo. He spun it near the DRS straight. The gap now half second. I think Paris may have made a mistake of some kind. What a chase this is. Fantastic stuff. And the 2 Ferraris are still going at it for position. We're going to ride on board with them here. Atom didn't get as good as exit as Lone Retreat did for that last corner, but he's still going to have the DRS this time. He's less than half a second behind. We once again got a very poor exit. He won't gain as much as he'd like, but still very close. He could have a good go at his teammate into turn 1, but he's gone way over the curb. Half a second separating. Oh, he's made a mistake there. Gone way off his line. That allows his teammate to get away. He'll still have DRS, only just. So he's got to use that to try and get as close as he can, as Paris still remains behind as lap 22 begins. Still chasing, ever closing in. Not enough so far for Paris T32. He's still half a second behind. He must have made a mistake in the last few laps, but he's trying to close that gap as Wildy finds his way around. Optimash is out of the race. Wildy got himself involved in an incident earlier, and that puts one of the Alfa Romeos out. Optimash out of the Grand Prix, and that puts us down to 14 runners, and the safety car has been deployed. A 3rd safety car in this Dutch Grand Prix on lap number 22. So the chaos continues on here. And Touch We Hope his advantage now fades, but he's run the whole race on those medium tyres, and now will probably be the best time for him to change onto a new set, because he can't run those mediums all the way to the end. We're going to have to change onto either a set of soft tyres or a set of hard tyres. The softs will fade away too much. But Paris has the luxury of potentially changing onto another set of mediums. What is Pope doing? He's onto a set of soft tyres. Paris into the pits. They've got a set of soft tyres ready as well. It appears the 2 leaders are getting ready for one late charge to settle it. JTO40 stays out. FG Atom stays out on those medium tyres. Most gets another 5-second time penalty. Have a look at the penalties here, because we will have to put those into account coming into the race. Only 2 drivers had them. ITAP that has 3 seconds. Motor has 5 seconds. So 3rd safety car in this thing. On now lap number 23. Have a look now at what tyres everyone's on. It looks like everyone went for a set. Everyone who came into the pits went for a set of soft tyres. So it looks like we'll be set for a fast finish here. We go one more lap on the to go. We'll have 12 laps to settle it. There's contact there. There goes Moses off the track. He's crashed. He's crashed under the safety car. A rather unfitting way to go out. But he's out of the race. So now down to 12 runners in this Grand Prix. There's a bit of his debris on the track as well. A potential piece of front wing. So as I say, down to 12 runners here. We'll look at the running order as of now. So it's Atom who's now inherited the lead. He runs first. JTO40 second place on those hard tyres, which will go the distance. Touch Me Pope up into third place. Paris T32 fourth. Lone Retreat fifth. Smoking Cheese in sixth. He's got to get ahead of Pope and JTO40 if he wants to re-inherit the champ. He wants to keep the championship lead. C110P fan in seventh. I thought in that eighth. C110P fan now as a penalty. TMT Moadi was involved in that last incident with Smash Prime, bringing out the safety car. He runs 9th. Steph Felicia's 10th. Thero and Exo in 11th place. He's making his way into the pits now. He's come out for a set of soft tyres. And Bar 98 12th, who's going to be rejoining the back of the pack. If he can get around there in time, we'll be able to get back to racing on lap number 24. So it's been a crazy race so far. For those of you who in the chat, feel free to place your bets for who's going to win this thing. But for me, I wouldn't put my money on anyone right now, because this is honestly, this is anyone's game at this point in the race. Almost everyone knows soft tyres. The two leaders on worn sets. FGE's Atom's been on those medium tyres for 17 laps. He might get going this time. Safety car in this lap. Yep, here we go. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen, and make sure you keep it right here, because this is going to be a very, very entertaining final third of the Grand Prix. FG Atom and JT40 on worn tyres. Touch Me Pope and Paris have been having a chase with each other since the last safety car took place. They're both now on a set of soft tyres. They'll be willing to do it out to the end. Lone Retreat's just behind them. He's been doing well for Ferrari all afternoon here. And his teammate leading the way. What will he choose to do? We've got a new leader for the safety car restart. He's going to try and get away as quickly as he can. And he will get away. Off he goes into the distance. We're underway here on lap number 25. Pope's going to want to get right to work here. If he wants to get away from Paris, he's been chasing him throughout this thing. Got a yellow flag in sector 1 already, and that's tapping that. I think he must have spun out and put him down to 12th. Touch Me Pope, still giving chase here. It's another yellow. I think it's still the Alpine. Excuse me. Yep, yeah, that is the Alpine. So Atom's still in control here. He's got a lead of almost a second now over the Season 1 champion. Touch Me Pope, who's trying to take the championship lead, and at this rate will take the championship lead, trying to get past. When the DRS gets enabled, it's going to get exciting. Off the last corner and back towards turn 1 to begin lap number 26. Pope on the on the right hand side takes the lead. Takes second place easily through turn 1. JTO40 was still briefly there on the outside, but had to back out. It's now Paris is on the chase, trying to take third place. She's now up into 5th. The gap now quickly eroding between Atom and Pope as TTM Wadi out of the race. That puts us down to 11 runners. At this rate, everyone who's still going but one driver will take points here today, provided they make it to the 90% distance. TTM Wadi out of the race has been involved in a few incidents today, but now may potentially finally get his comeuppance. So yellow flag down in sector 1. That is the Mercedes, who is just trotting around on his own. The last corner they come here. I don't think even with DRS, I don't think Pope will need DRS. If Paris can get past JTO40 now, then the chase will continue. He's going to have to get past him now. as Pope looks to the outside. Atom defends brilliantly. There goes Paris up the inside. They make contact and Paris has to back out, and there goes Cheese, who also makes contact. He falls back here. He's lost a lot of spots. He's down to P7. Pope still in the chase. JT closing back in here. It's going to get exciting. Well, within the final 10 laps of this Dutch Grand Prix, only one of these guys come out on top, but who will it be? Atom's going to need to use all of his defensive skills to make it to the finish line now. At least if he wants to make it to the finish line in first place, that is. JT on those hard tyres, still in the chase. The DRS enabled. I doubt Atom will be able to hold on much longer. Pope looking around, unable to find an opening, can't get close enough. Paris, of course, back down 6th. Cheese back down 7th. C110P fans up into 5th place. Lone Retreat is 4th. But the 3 podium runners. Pope is going to have a very good chance of taking the lead here, provided Atom does pull off another one of his defensive runs. Like the last one, around he goes! And there goes FGE Atom. It's just been spun out by Touch Me Pope. Pope takes the lead. Heartbreak for FGE Atom, who drops back to 10th here. And on those fading medium tyres he's run for 21 laps of this Grand Prix. Things look over for him. Pope now takes the lead. He's got almost a second advantage over JT040. The Lone Retreat providing get around JT may be the last hope for an exciting end to the Grand Prix. But very unfortunate there for FG Atom. But Pope has dominated the race at this point. It wouldn't be surprising if he comes out on top. We got a yellow and flag in sector 3. After tackling that in the Alpine. Who gets on the gravel, gets himself going again. He's just spun out there, getting on the curb too much. Green flag, though. We'll soon be back out. There we go, green flag. So they come now. The gap 1.5 seconds between the two leaders. Still got that yellow flag. And that is tackling that retiring from the race. In the pit lane. He's out. So we are now down to just 10 runners in this race. Pope sets the fastest lap there. He's trying to get away. I doubt JT040 will let him. Lone Retreat, if he wants to win this race, he's got to get around. He's got to get past JT040 now. Yellow flag in sector 1, and that is smoke. I'm not sure that's Smoke and Cheese. That might be the Williams. No, sorry, that is a tackling that is just going around as a ghost. JT though, the gap's still 1.3 seconds. He's not gaining anything, but he's has to be very careful because he's got a couple guys behind him on the DRS. Lone Retreat's going to have a very good shot. C110P fan could still finish on the podium. Paris could still get a podium finish out of this. Smoke and Cheese back there in 7th. His chances look shot at this point. Pope continuing to get away. Lone Retreat's going to have to get past fast. He has to make his way into 2nd. And we make or break for him in these last 7 laps. If he doesn't pass JT040, someone might just get past him, and that might be JT's teammate, C110P fan. I'm going to ride on board with the Ferrari down the main straight. He's got a very good toe with the help of the DRS. Where will he go? He looks to the outside. If he can breeze around into turn 1, he does, and that's 2nd place. The Lone Retreat, one of the reserves tonight in the Ferrari, now potentially has a chance to close in on Pope, who's quite experienced in league racing. Recently won the Drivers' Racing League Season 11 Championship. Lone Retreat is now being tasked of running him down. JT040 still on those hard tyres, which we knew would most likely go to the end of the race. A mistake from Pope will throw the race back into chaos. JT040 out DRS. Fan will have DRS on his teammate, not close enough to make a move. If it was me, if I was JT040 in this situation, I'd allow Fan through to see if he can claim a better result for the team. Paris is right there though, he might pass C110P fan down this main straight. 6 laps to go. Pope with a commanding advantage now of almost 2 seconds. but a mistake could still send everything back into unpredictability. FG Atom trying to fight back. He's found his way past bar 98. Of course, C1 P fan still has a 5-second penalty. So if we do the maths here, it looks like he might just finish in around 7th or 8th place. Pope though, 5.5 laps away from taking his second victory of the season, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me, no, I'm wrong. Pope won last time at Abu Dhabi, and he's on course to take his 3rd victory of the season. Sorry, excuse me, I was just checking the stats there. But he is now 5 laps away from doing so. JT closing back in though. He's trying to take 2nd place. I do think the race lead is out of the question at this point. Pope has 2 race victories to his name. He's going to want to try and hold on to this one. But a mistake could still put his victory in doubt. And there's around 5 guys back here behind who are all willing on a Pope mistake to bring them back into the race. But right now JT's holding on those hard tyres, holding on for 3rd place. Paris still battling hard. He's going for DRS this time. No one close enough to go for a move on anyone. Has to be careful here because Lone Retreat continues to lead the line. He could be a sitting duck here for when JT closes up to him. The gap less than half a second between the two. Off the last corner now. 4 laps to go for Pope. 4 laps for positions to change. JT looking around, trying to find an opening. Yellow flag in sector 1. And that Steph Alicia just spun out in the Red Bull. Quickly got himself going again. Does look good to have a Dutchman on the podium here. Lone Retreat still in 2nd place. I'm sure JT would love to finish higher. Get himself close to that championship fight. Pope will be taking a large advantage, and Paris could potentially take 2nd place in the Drivers' Championship. If we look at the standings, once again, he's 15 points off the top. So right now he does have enough. He might have enough to potentially take 2nd place if he can finish 2nd in the race. And depends on where Cheese finishes as well. He'll be moved up a place due to fans' penalty unless he gets far away enough. He's currently 4 seconds in front of him. Theron's made his way past. 3 more laps. JT on the outside now going to turn 1. He's clear of the Ferrari to that first corner. And there goes Paris looking inside. He shall take 3rd place there, wheel to wheel here off the corner. Paris on the inside, that'll be the outside. And around he goes! And there goes Paris out of the race! Paris T32, who's been doing so well throughout the entire Grand Prix, now out just like that. Contact with the Lone Retreat, putting him out of the Grand Prix. And we're down to 9 runners. Chaos continues to ensue in these last few laps, even with the victory potentially already tied up. The stewards will be very busy after tonight's race. And one man who won't be concerned with that is Touch Me Pope, who's on course to take his 3rd victory, his 2nd victory in 2 races. He's got to hold on for 2 more laps. Hold on to this 3.5 second advantage. The Lone Retreat, who has just sent Paris out of the Grand Prix, still runs 3rd. C110P fan now safe for a top 5 finish. He's 7 seconds in front of Cheese, making his way into the pits now. for a change on soft tyres. I think he might be trying to swipe the fastest lap here. This will put him down to 9th place. So JTO 40 will take 2nd place in the Drivers' Championship unless he gets fastest lap. Who has the fastest lap as of right now? It is Pope with a 1 minute 12.0. He's just under a lap and a half away from winning this thing. JT holding on 2nd. Ferron trying to close in, trying to take 3rd place away from the lone retreat. C110P fan almost overshot the corner a little bit there, but he's got a very good run. And he runs right behind the Red Bull, sorry. Here comes the McLaren though. 1 more lap and he's home and dry. Touch Me Pope starts the last lap of the Dutch Grand Prix. JTO 40 holding on to 2nd. The lone retreat closing in with the DRS. He won't have enough to make a move though. Fan looking around, trying to take 4th place on the track. He's overshot it, going wide through 1. He's still right there in it. He's still got a very good run off the corner. He's looking around, trying to make a move. Doesn't want to be too aggressive. Doesn't want to throw everything away on the last lap. He'll be taking 5th place regardless of where he finishes on track, unless Tyrrell Exo was to spin out. All Pope has to do here is bring it home. Well, it's safe to say he hasn't had a relatively quiet race. He was chased by Paris T32 throughout the mid stage of the race until that safety car came out. He took the lead back on the restart, started pulling away while all the chaos ensued behind him. He's kept a calm head and is on course to take his 3rd victory. It's a yellow flag and bar 98's out of the race, but it doesn't impact the McLaren, who comes around the last corners now to take his 3rd victory of the season. Touch Me Pope wins the Dutch Grand Prix. 2nd place goes to JTO 40 Aston Martin. The lone retreat takes 3rd. Great reserve podium. Thorold XO 4 C110P fan in 5th place. FG Atom has come back to finish 6th. Great run for Ferrari today. A double points finish for them with 2 reserve drivers in the ranks. Steph Felicius takes home points. He comes home in 7th place. And Smoke and Cheese, the championship leader, has a day to forget. Very unfortunate for him. He'll come home in 8th place. But it is Touch Me Pope who takes advantage, keeps a calm head among all the chaos, and takes victory here tonight. Congratulations to everyone who drove in tonight's race. Of course, commiserations to those who couldn't quite make it to finish. I said at the start of the race this would be a TRL Classic. I think I may have just been right. And there is your winner then, Touch Me Pope from McLaren, taking the lead of the championship away from Smoke and Cheese, who'll have work to do here in order to close that gap in the Drivers' Championship. Alright, so in just a moment then we'll see if we can get a call from Touch Me Pope on the victory. But he wins the race from JTO 40 in 2nd, Lone Retreat in 3rd, Thorold Exo 4th, C110P fan 5th, FG Atom 6th, Steph Felicius 7th, Smoke and Cheese 8th, Bar 98 9th, and Paris T32 10th. The bottom 2 in the top 10 didn't make it to the flag. So that is it then for the race itself, and we'll now see if we can get a call from Touch Me Pope. So we'll see if now if he's available. Alright, so in just a moment we will be able to speak with the race winner from today's race. All in all, very exciting race. If you did enjoy it, make sure to let me know down in the chats. Here we go then. Hello, mate. You alright?
Hello.
Alright, first of all, congratulations then. 3rd victory of the season. I mean, it's definitely a tough one.
Yeah, it was a crazy race, a lot of crashes, a lot of safety cars, but it was enjoyable nonetheless.
Yep. And one of the things I want to touch on the chase with Paris behind you. Did you think at any point he might be able to catch you?
Uh, I knew what I was doing there. I'm going to be very honest. I think he knows that as well. Just playing it very smart, playing it conservative. I want to take the tyres as long as I could, so that's what I did.
All right. I want to ask you as well about the late contact with the Ferrari after safety car restart. What happened there?
Sorry, I was having a drink. Contact with the Ferrari. I don't actually recall that, to be quite frankly honest. There may have been contact. I apologise if so, but I don't think I did anything wrong. I just stuck to my guns.
Fair enough. With the victory though, last question. With the victory, you've got the lead of the championship. Is that something you think you'll be able to hold for the rest of the season, or do you reckon you'll be caught?
Yes.
Right.
No, I do think I'll be able to hold it.
Confidence.
Yeah. You have to be confident. I mean, I finished 3 races and I've won all 3 races, and I got fastest lap this race. I've got Monaco next, which is my favourite track, probably my best track, so I'm feeling pretty confident.
All right. Unfortunately, I won't be around to see that, but good luck for that one. Congratulations again. I assume you've got a bottle somewhere. Go celebrate.
Cheers, thank you, mate.
All right, in a bit. All right then, and that was your race winner, Touchby Pope. So I thank everyone for watching. If you did stick around to the end, thank you as always. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, and make sure to go and subscribe to the TakeOver Racing League channel. There'll be a link to that down in the description in just a few moments after the stream ends. So with that then, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. So goodbye.